Hello, cherished viewers. Welcome once again to Bash Maths Studio. Today's lesson is on square root of non-perfect square numbers, and this is the second lesson under square root of numbers. In fact, the first lesson is right here on my channel. We treated the square root of perfect square numbers, both the fractions and then whole numbers. With this, we are going to treat the square root of non-perfect square numbers, both the whole and then the decimal fractions, and then maybe the simple fractions. God willing. We are going to do so using two methods. In fact, one is very much effective, and then the other one is using the formula, the square root of a plus b divided by 2 times the square root of the a. We are going to use this formula, or the other method is using the long division method. In fact, using the long division method is always more effective than this method. So we are going to treat using the long division method very much detailed, and later followed by this one with some few episodes of videos. So we are going to give some few examples in this episode of the video what non-perfect square root numbers are. In fact, we treated, just as I told you on this channel, we treated the square root of perfect square numbers, where we knew that the square root of, for instance, 4 is 2, and we knew why. So you can follow those videos up there and then you watch it up. When we say the square root of a number is not perfect, non-perfect, what would we mean? It means that when you take the square root of the number, the answer or the result is decimal fractions or a simple fraction. For example, the square root of 2 will yield a result of 1 point something, which is also a decimal fraction. The square root of 3 will yield a result of decimal fractions 1 point something. So you see that these are all non-perfect squares. And then a square root of maybe 5, square root of 6, and so on and so forth, square root of 7. You can get a whole lot. In fact, you can get a higher number, square root of 26, square root of 200, square root of 50. You can get a whole lot. Then later on in these episodes or in the follow-up episodes, we are going to also treat decimal fractions and the simple fractions under the non-perfect square root numbers. So thank you very much for following this episode. This is episode 3 of square root of numbers. See us in the next episode, and then we'll solve some few examples that have been given to you. Thank you very much.